and welcome to episode 5 of Vlogmas, or at least I think it's episode 5. The latest episode of Vlogmas is due to go live this afternoon on YouTube, and I've just come upstairs. It's after lunch on Tuesday now, and I'm just about to record my podcast for this week. So I thought I would just record an introduction to the latest episode of Vlogmas before I start, and also do my advents while I'm here. But if you're new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns and teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through my website YarnAddict.co.uk. Tuesday, 12th today, and I actually showed off today's colourway, Tuesdays, in the podcast episode that's going live on YouTube this afternoon. So earlier today, I opened tomorrow's colour from YarnAddict, and it is this one. So it's fairly similar, I would say, to yesterday's. So let me just show you what my blanket looks like so far. So I'm knitting my poinsettia blanket. I was determined I was going to knit this blanket. I'm not sure that these colours are perfect for this blanket. I think my original version is nicer, and I think this blanket is better in a semi-solid or more subtle version. But I was committed to doing this, so I've been crocheting these squares together. The squares are knitted, but I've been crocheting them together. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, 11, and 12. So that was yesterday's, or that's today's rather, and that is Wednesday. So I'm kind of a day ahead of myself at the moment. I did mention this in the last episode, but in case you haven't watched it, I would like to finish this blanket before I go to Norway, which is next Tuesday. So I haven't got like a ton of time to finish it, let's put that there. So what I'm going to do this week is open today, or the yarn advent of the day, and then also open one from next week and record it and then save it and slot it into Vlogmas videos next week. So I'm not showing anything before the day it would normally be opened, but I just would like to finish this blanket by Monday. Yes, I need to finish the last square really on Sunday so that I can block it and it can dry overnight, and then I can crochet the last squares on Monday. Let's open the advent calendars. I've shown you day on the 13th, so Wednesdays, but I haven't opened Truly Hooked. So this is Truly Hooked so far, starting from here and ending on a yellow yesterday. So let's see what day 13 of Truly Hooked is. There we go, 13. I'm not doing anything with this one till after Christmas, so this is why I didn't bother opening this one earlier. Oh, that's pretty. So we're now going towards greens. I think it's lighter than it's showing on my screen. So let me just tie this on here so we can look at it with the rest of them. They're kind of looking kind of the colours I was expecting them to be. Okay, so let's do day 12 of the YarnAddict advent calendar. Okay, that's yesterday's. That's day 11 and day 12. So we're getting slightly more pink. I'm very happy to see some pink because I like pink, so that's very good. And then let's do day 12 of the YarnAddict, of the Truly Hooked advent calendar. So the YarnAddict, this one is DK and it's neon. Oh, this one actually has a label on it. None of the others have had labels on it, but this one does. Day 12 DK Merino on the label. None of the others have had that. Okay, so yesterday was day 11, day 12. So we're going more into yellows now. Let me show you the progression of that one. So let me just add these to my string here. So that is what the Truly Hooked advent calendar looks like. Okay, so let's look at Advent. So this is day 13, 12, 13, day 13. So it's all knitted up and blocked. I haven't added it to the rest of the blanket yet. I'm going to do that soon. Let me just move some stuff here. And let's open day 15. Day 14 is in progress. Actually, I've got it here. Let me just show you. So that's how day 14 is knitting up. So I'm going to finish that when I go downstairs in a minute and then block it. And day 15, so I'm going to start knitting that up this evening. Oh, we're still on pink. So we got several days of pink, which obviously I really like because I love pink. Bit of a darker pink, very bright. I love this pink. This is probably my favorite pink, with a bit of yellow and orange. So what's yesterday's? So that's day 14, 15. So it's a bit darker pink. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to put that in my pouch and get started on that this evening. Pretty hooked. So still we are still on greens, so let's just get the string out. So that's it next to yesterday. Okay, so this came too late to be mentioned in the last podcast. I was just finishing editing the podcast when this arrived, so I thought I would add it to a Vlogmas video instead. There will be a separate video on this next week. I have got a sweater in this issue which is actually steeked, and I filmed a video where I talk about the sweater and show you the construction method and things like that, and I actually show you the steeking process, and that is in a separate video, and that will be out next week. I think it'll probably be out on Thursday instead of a podcast episode, but I haven't decided yet. So that's the cover. This is knitting issue 248. Still having problems with these contact lenses. I'm going back on an early appointment tomorrow, so hopefully we will get it sorted out. So let me just show you some of the things that are in this issue. There are the normal columns like Ask Sarah Hazel and reviews and that kind of thing. Those are fun. Those mittens, they're quite cool. That's from Teresa Sharp, and they're called the Mare Two-Faced Mittens. They're quite cool. And then there's quite a traditional Norwegian style cardigan and hat, which is from Drops Design. And then we have like a style file thing. That's my sweater there, and it shows it in different colors and kind of different other outfits and things, accessories and stuff you can pair it with. I'm just quickly going through this. I don't want to spend too much time on it. That's a gorgeous sweater, and that one is my sweater. So let's have a look at that. So as I said, there will be a separate video next week where I talk about the construction method of it, talk about the yarn and what I think of it. Spoiler, I like it. I've used it quite a few times before. It is John Arbor Knit by Numbers, and I've used it quite a few times before, and I really, really like it. This is steek, so it's knitted in the round to the shoulders, and then I cut a hole for the armhole, and then picked up stitches and knitted the sleeves from the top down. So I'll show you in the video how to do that. I also have an online course on that called Scandinavian Stranded Colourwork and Steeking. So more about that next week. More designs. I think the theme this week or this month is hygge, which is a Danish and Norwegian word. I think it's a little bit overused, but some interview things and some favorite products, that kind of thing. And some more new products favourite yarns, news, that kind of thing. So yeah, really good issue. I might take this to Norway with me because I don't think I'll have time to read before we go. So I might take it with me and read it while we're away. But really nice. Also came with this little booklet, which is 4 designs by Christine Boggis. It's a pair of mittens, 2 hats and a pair of socks with twisted stitches. So that came as a freebie inside the magazine. I've not been very good at vlogging this week, but it is now Thursday afternoon. I'm just about to log off. My last full working day before my holiday was today, unless I count tomorrow when I'm teaching, which I know is a full day working day, but it's not quite the same as working in the office all day. I'm going to do a little bit of Monday just to catch up on emails and a bit of admin, and then that's it. But I wanted to show you some of the stuff that has arrived on the last couple of days that I didn't get to share in the latest podcast because it arrived after that. So podcast episode 95 is just going live any minute now. So this is on Saturday, so it'll be out on Thursday. Okay, so let me show you this one. I can't put it on because it's not that easy to put on my own. But isn't that gorgeous? It's a bracelet. It's from Malika, I think it's pronounced. Can you see that? I will link it below. So Soraya Hussein, who I assume I'm pronouncing her name correctly. I've never met her, but I feel like I've met her because she teaches at the Knitting Hotel, where obviously I spend a lot of time. So she teaches beaded knitting with wire, which is what this is, at the Knitting Hotel. And I got that because it's gorgeous. I must admit, it is a little bit difficult to put on because you have these 2 bits that you pull to tighten it, which is fine if it's a necklace, but it's a bit difficult if it's a bracelet, because I have to have it quite wide to get it over my hands because I have quite big hands, and then I struggle to tighten it. So that's a problem, but I do really like it. It's really, really pretty. Okay, what else? I have just released today the pattern for the color clutch. This is the second version I knitted. That's the first version I knitted back in the summer when I knitted the glamour clutch. Color clutch is basically the same, but it's not as tall. This one actually has beads on it. I don't know whether you can see it. This one does not have beads. Oh, got a bit yellow there. I don't know why. This one has beads. The other one does not. So beads are optional. Some stuff in here from my workshop the other day. Which is the workshop I'm teaching again tomorrow. So I'm going to pop that back in my bag actually for my workshop. Okay, let's see what else I haven't shown in the podcast. This just arrived. So I mentioned in the podcast that I had, or actually showed it off, I had the catalogue from the latest Knitpro catalogue and Lantern Moon catalogue. And I ordered a few things. So I got this one, which is called Sherpa, I think. It's like a stuffed sheep. These things did not come with it. I just put those in there just to see what it was like. But it's basically a thing that you can put all your notions into, like your scissors, sewing needles, cable needles, things like that. So I thought that was quite cute. I basically bought to see what it was like. It came in like a little mesh bag like that. I'm thinking about getting some of these to stock in time for Unravel, which is in February. And then all this came as well. So let me show you what this is. Knitpro are launching some new yarns. So I've ordered some just to try them out. So one of the ones I ordered is called Viva, and it's 100% superwash merino, 100 grams. That colour is gorgeous. It is called... What's the colourway called? I can't see it. I have been into Plymouth today for some new contact lenses. My first ones weren't very good. I was struggling both distance and closer vision. They've changed it, and closer vision is better, but distance vision is not. Having said that, I can't... Oh yes, I read it now. Wedding Pink. So I really like that. And then I got this one, which is called Pink Guava. So I'm thinking about knitting some brioche hand warmers. I was thinking about using as a travel project when we leave for holiday next week, and I was thinking maybe those two together would look good, but more on that next week. And then what else have we got? So that's another skein of Viva. That is Himalayan salt, and maybe I'll do those two. And then this one is also Viva, and that is Amethyst. So I was thinking maybe those two, or those two, or those two. We have a few options here. I might actually go for those two. What I'm thinking about doing is my twist hand warmers. I think I've talked about this in the podcast this week. Make my twist hand warmers and also make a matching cowl. So I'm thinking, because I have several pink brioche cowls, so maybe that's better because it's not pink. Although that is kind of very pale pink, but that might be an option. And then they have another one which is also DK, and it's merino and silk, 75% merino, 25% silk, and it is called Luna, and I got those two colorways. This is Pink Pearl. I must admit, I thought the shade color looked more pink, but I do quite like it, but I'm not sure whether I would call it pink. This one is Pink Agate. I was also thinking about those two as an option for the brioche, but I think I'm going to go for, probably going to go for those two. I need to make a decision over the weekend because I need to wind the yarn and get the pattern ready and all that kind of stuff. They're also launching a sock yarn called Terra, and I got the Valentine colorway, which is really pretty. If I decide to take a sock with me, I might use this as it's brand new, but I don't think I'm going to. Problem is, I haven't actually finished Simon's hat, which I'd hope to finish before we go. But if I'm going to try and finish my Advent blanket, my poinsettia blanket, then I'm not going to get this finished. I need to actually, this is like a double layer hat, so I'm starting at top, knitting down, knitting back up again. And he wants it long enough so he can fold it over, so you end up with like 4 layers over your ears. So I'm probably over halfway. What I need to do is put these on a barber cord and actually try it on him over the weekend to see how much more I need to knit. We'll be going out a bit over the weekend, so I'll take it with me in case I get any knitting opportunities, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get that finished before we go. So that might actually be my travel project on Tuesday when we travel. And then I'm knitting. If you watch my podcast, I said that I've actually ordered yarn, which has arrived with my parents, to knit my pink fluffy merino alpaca silk sweater that I knitted last time I was in Norway. I'm going to knit that one in like a pale lilac colour. So I've got plenty of knitting. Okay, let me show you what else came in this parcel from Knit Pro and Lantern Moon. So I got this thing, comes in like a lovely little organza bag, and it is one of these, I think they're called Mindy sleeve, so you can put stuff, hang on, in like that. I was thinking when I travel I could put my needle tips in there, my sewing needle, probably not my sewing needle because that can go in my little tool tin, but I was thinking I could put my needle tips in here and then it'll protect them a little bit more when I'm traveling. It has, so if I put that little needle in there, then this bit folds over and then it's magnetic and it just protects stuff. If you want to pop like spare needle tips, sewing needles, cable needles, that kind of thing in your knitting bag, or I'm putting it in a little pouch to travel, I thought that was quite a good idea. So I ordered one just to see what it was like. I'm going to take that needle out before I lose it and put it back in the little Sherpa sheep. So I got that, and then I also got some needles to try out. So I only got one needle tip. I got the 4mm ones, which is probably what I need to knit the hand warmers I'm planning to knit, so I might use those then. Needle tips are quite short compared to my Chow Goose. I think they do 2 different lengths of needle tips, and I thought these are the longest ones. So these are the 5cm ones. No, 13. No, sorry, 13cm, 5 inches. I must admit I thought they'd be a little bit longer, but I didn't check them. Then I also got 2 packs of cords. So I got the I'm thinking maybe I should have just got 1 pack of cords, just to make sure I like them. So the cords, let's just look at what the cords come with. So the cords actually come in a pack of 2. So these are 60cm ones. They got the wire bit in them that like Chow Gu do. So they're non-kinky, and these are the swivel cords, which means that this bit here twists, it basically moves around. So swivel cords are much better. Then it also comes with this pack inside. So let's see what's in here. If I can get into it. I follow somebody, American YouTuber, I think it's Nitty Natty from the Love and Stitches. I'm sure these are the needles that she tried last year and really liked. So it comes like a little tool to tighten them up. So let's just try and put the needle tips on here. So you put the needle tips on like that. And then you put this little tool in like that, and then you push against it as a lever. This is much bigger than the little needles they give you with Nipro. So they should hopefully be better than the Nipro little needles. And I'm assuming this comes with every set of cords. They also did quite a few different needle sets with different combinations of needles. That's the 60cm ones. And I got 2, so it comes with 2 cables in 1 pack, and then in here there's some more in here. So there's also end stoppers in here. If you want to take the needle tips off, you can screw these onto the ends like that. So I got ones to make 60cm long cables and ones to make 80cm long. What I'm going to do is try this out while I'm on holiday. Maybe try a cast off this brioche project with it, because you need pointy ends for pointy needle tips for brioche. See what they're like, and then I will do a review of them in the new year. I got these ornaments. I don't know how long I've had them. It's been a while, I think. This one, and then a pair of mittens, and then a llama or alpaca. That's the right pair. I don't know if they're all from the same. That one is Katrinkles, katrinkles.com, and it comes with like leather cords to tie them in. This one also has a leather cord. I think this is also Katrinkle. I don't know where this one is from. It doesn't say on the back. But I was going to do this last year during Vlogmas, but I didn't have needles, so didn't enough to go through them. And opposite the opticians today in Plymouth, where I was going, there is a haberdashery shop, big haberdashery and fabric shop. So I popped in there and got some tiny needles, so they should be small enough to go through there. So I'm going to go downstairs now and see if I can stitch up at least one of those today, and maybe one over the weekend. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I brought down these 3 colours. This is probably more pink than green than red. I'm going to start up here. Don't really know what I'm doing, but let's just have a go and see what it turns out to look like. Okay, so I've done this one row up here. It has these lines like here, except there were more lines. So I've been trying to follow the lines. I don't know whether I've done that right or not, but I'm going to go and sit down and do the rest in front of the telly because it is quite time consuming. And I'm probably going to do this bit in pink as well, and then do white and green in this middle bit, and then see how much I get done today. I still need to make progress on my poinsettia blanket. I really want to finish that. It is Thursday today. I really want to try and finish it by Sunday, or finish knitting all the squares on Sunday so I can join them together on Monday before I go to Norway on Tuesday. So I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to spend maybe half an hour doing this and then get back to my knitting. So let's do day 15. No, day 16 is next. So day 16, Yarn Unique. So we're still on pink. So it's been quite a few pinks in a row. That's gorgeous. So I think it's a bit lighter than yesterday's. Yesterday's is blocking downstairs. And then let's do day 16 of Truly Hook. Day 16. Also, we've been doing green, so now we're going a little bit more to blues. I think I actually need to string these on a new thing because I had to break it yesterday to get it on. So I think we're going from greens into blues now.